Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks of my nation. It's me, the Big E, the E-Dub, or simply put, your favorite Uncle Ian Haynes, live via the power of a Friday night. And what do we do on Friday nights? We all go out, and I've done it a few times myself. I've gone out, sat at the bar, and thrown back a few beers. And you know what? It's time for a beer review. It's time for me to throw up my opinion about my favorite icy cold amber-colored or sometimes dark-colored beverage called beer. At the local store, found a couple bottles of a beautiful, beautiful bubbly beverage, 22-ounce bottle, Bud Light Platinum. Yes, folks, I am trying a Budweiser product first. Why? I'm a Bud drinker by nature, and I've never had the Platinum, honestly. And 6% alcohol by volume. This could be a fun video. First, a ceremonial bottle opener. Had this one a while. Know how to use it. Next, we're going to need the ceremonial drinking glass. And here it is. Bud Light Platinum. First time I've ever had this one. Could be interesting. So far, so good. Nice and fizzy, nice. Definitely smell the hops, smell everything with that. Typical for Bud Light, but all comes down to the taste, right? Nice. It definitely have the hoppiness. Definitely have the crispness. A little bit bitter aftertaste, but I do like that. Kind of refreshing at the end. And look at me. You can't say that I haven't had a few beers in my time. That's the truth. Beer's good every once in a while. And as far as my scale, the usual 1 to 10. I'll definitely give this an 8. Definitely a buy again. Definitely. It doesn't matter what, it's beer. I'm going to finish it before the video's over or after the video's over. Yeah, solid 8 beer. Definitely buy it again. And at the price point, was definitely worth it. Went to my usual store, Walmart, and found it a good $2 spent. But that's not the only way this video is going to go. This video is actually going to be a little more of me opening up. Have another drink. Let's get into this. I mean, really, you could watch me until you're blue in the face, and I could do reviews, I could do rants, I could do whatever, and you just would not know any of the bare bones of me. And something tells me you might want to know that, just because, hey, you want more in there, Timmy. Hey, you may want to know the guy. You may want to know why he's doing this, why he's chosen his life path, and I don't have a problem letting you know at least a little bit of my background. I'm about to turn 37 this year. Getting up there, I have 3 awesome nephews, and I'm not really ashamed of where I am. The only thing I'm really ashamed of is that I haven't been able to lose the weight I've been trying to lose. And whatever it is, I don't care what people think of me. And Dilgaff, does it look like I give up flying? But a lot of what's made me me was my father. And to be honest, and my friends who know me well enough realize I have some issues there. Back in 2000 something, it's been so while I've been trying to forget about it. My dad passed away. And yes, my mom passed away before that, but I was close with my dad. And losing him, sucked. So yeah, has it affected me? Yes. Is it gonna change the way I'm gonna do these reviews, letting you know the way I am? No. Yeah, he passed away due to complications. Really nothing beyond our control. Looking back on it, I mean, I went to the profession he was in. I became a professional chef. He actually gave me his knife kit, and he really encouraged me to do the best I could. Down to what he influenced me into music. I'm a hardcore metalhead to the end. Love my rock and roll, love any kind of rock and roll. But he raised me with, good old blues. Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. Gave me a great appreciation for that kind of music. I think, honest to God truth, it's probably one of the reasons I started singing. It connected me to my father. I loved singing. I do love singing blues music. I don't do it that often. But when I do sing certain songs, or hear certain songs, I think of my father. And I truly miss him. It's been going on 8 years now. And not a day of my life goes by I don't think about him. I think for those of you out there who have both your mother and your father in your lives, be appreciative of what you have. I lost my mother and I crawled into a bottle. I lost my father and I picked up other vices, like eating. Just don't take them for granted. Call us a public service announcement or what, but I truly love your family. My family, my mother and my father instilled in me, family comes first. Take care, do what you can for your family. And you know what? I do what I can for my family. I do everything I can. I babysit my nephews on a daily basis. Love my nephews to death. Many a day I wonder, would it be different if my dad was here? Would it be truly different if maybe he could see what I'm doing? That I'm trying to influence these children to be everything they can and want to be. I don't know. I kind of digress, I guess. And cry into my beer and not worry about it, But what can you do? All I can do is look into their eyes and think, hey, hopefully, maybe, possibly, I'm doing everything I can to make their lives the best they can be. And I could only hope, upon any kind of hope, that I'm doing things he would do, and he'd approve of the things I do for those children. And I know he looks down on me, and he does, but in my own mind, it's never enough. I can never do enough to try and be half the man my father was. No, I'm not trying to get sappy on you. I'm not trying to really just break down on you. Just, it was a thought in my mind. You know what? Maybe if I open up a little more, maybe if I bare my soul a little more, maybe you can get to know the man you're watching. Get to know get to know the man behind the face, And maybe, just maybe, find somewhere out there that he has influenced you in some way or another to be better. For those men out there, uncles, fathers, whatever, be the best man you can be to any child you're taking care of. That's what I want the main messages for you to be. Be the best you can be. Whether that's babysitting them, whether that's playing with them, whether that's raising them, whether that's going on vacation, taking them to school, whatever. Be everything you can be to that child. Make him, her, whatever, look at you and see possibly someone they could strive to be, to make this world even a better place. We need more of that in this world. There's so many grade A assholes and jackoffs and dumbasses. We need more people like my father, willing to do his best with the hand that was dealt to him. A man who married my mother, excuse me, when she had 5 daughters, not knowing that eventually he had to raise his grandson, which is me. I consider the man my father. He raised me since I was smaller. Considerably smaller. But it's a wonder why. I always wonder why that he was taken. And the only reason I can think is that maybe, not that his time was done, but his good soul was needed somewhere else. As much as I want it here, I think a soul with that much care and compassion can't just be, kept to one person, one family. Call me greedy. I didn't want that soul to leave me. That was my father. I always thought he was a great man. I still think he's a great man. But you know what? I was lucky. He was the man I could actually look at and say, I'm proud that he was my father. Now, before I get any further into this, and it seems to be a longer video than I was planning, I just planned to review a beer and just kind of went with what I was thinking. Away from the father stuff, a good beer, good old, what did I say, 8? Can't remember, I lost my train of thought on the beer, but hey, I can drink it, it's worth it. Before I go, folks, let me leave you with this one parting thought. To all the men out there, be everything you can to the children's lives you touch. Don't be the grade A assholes. Don't be the jackoffs. Don't be those people. Be caring, compassionate person. And you're going to make this world and leave this world a better place. To the women out there, look for those men. And back them up. I'm going to cut this short now because it's really almost at a 14-minute video here. Longer than I planned on. As usual, if you liked it, please press the like button. Any comments, concerns, whatever, comment section right down there. And of course, first time to the channel, make it worth it. Subscribe. You never know what's going to happen next. Look at what happened to this one. Otherwise, it's from your favorite uncle. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out.